Hello, everyone. Welcome back. If you haven't been here before, my name is Leslie, and today I am going to make a sublimated mouse pad. Now, this came with a set of sublimation items in a nice package from Amazon, and I am calling them my play items because they weren't expensive. So if I make mistake, it really doesn't hurt me. So, what do we need for supplies? We need either butcher paper or some kind of protection for our heat press and our project. We need a lint roller. We need a heat tape, such as this one by Cricut. You can use any brand that you have. We need a sublimation print. This is the one I have picked. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I have never bought a sublimation printer. I use, and works just fine, an EcoTank 2760 by Epson. And I use Hippo ink, and I use a sublimation paper. Ignore the thermal folders in the back. Then I go ahead and I do a complete full print. I learned this from watching Angie Holden at the Country Chic Cottage. She said that it just makes it easier. Okay, so we're trying this. And then, of course, I have my mouse pad. Okay, it's not, they called it a white, but it's not a true white. I don't know if you can tell. There's kind of a gray tinge to it. So I picked kind of a gray tinged sublimation print. I printed it out and I have allowed it to dry. Now, that being said, I also need to dry my neoprene, I think it's called, I believe, mouse pad, because they hold a lot of moisture and that will affect your end result. So I got this temperature, which fit into the range that they gave for the mouse pads. I am using 385 for 50 seconds. That was, once again, Angie Holden's suggestion. And I'm going to show you my heat press. It is set and you can hear it beeping because it is ready to go. So I have put my protective cover over there, and I'm going to put another one here, and I am going to, or no, I'm not. I am going to do this for the complete 50 seconds. Okay, here we go. Let's go. And it will count down. If it starts to steam, do not panic. You are not on fire. It is simply the moisture coming out of the mouse pad, which is why we're doing this, okay? So we're just going to wait a minute or two, actually 27 more seconds. And then we have to let it cool. And I am blessed to have a glass craft mat, which helps things cool a bit more quickly. Like I said, the reason for doing this specific step is because the moisture will affect your sublimation if it is not removed from the pad. Woo! Steam, 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 and more steam. Alrighty then. I think since it did steam quite a bit, I am going to do it once more. And I might just go the 25 seconds and see if we've got all the moisture gone. And I will tell you that both the mouse pad and the sublimation print will give off a bit of a smell. So you want to have an open window or be in a well ventilated area. And this is a Vever auto heat press, which I have been absolutely loving. So now this is very hot. I am just going to take it, lift it off, woo, and lay it right down to start cooling off. I will bring you back here. I've left my heat press turned on, but keep in mind that this mouse pad is very hot and you don't want to touch it right now with your bare fingers. Okay, so now that it's had time to cool down, I am going to lint roll it to be sure that there is nothing on there. It might look like there is nothing, but this is a case of better safe than sorry. And I'll just lay my lint roller over there. Now what I'm going to do is line up my paper over, or my mouse pad over my paper, sorry. And so we're going to set it like that. And then I'm just going to line it up where I want it. Okay, I think that is good. I think I have all the moon in there. I have all the trees. Now, I have already pre-cut my tape. So here we go. We're going to put it here and over. Okay, and you really want to be good at this step. Like, be thorough. If you feel you need more than 4 pieces, do more than 4 pieces. Whatever makes you believe that your print is not going to move, okay? Now, once this is done, you are ready to press your mouse pad, okay? So once again, we are going to make our sandwich. We are going to use our, whoops, sorry guys, I forgot to bring you over 1 second. We are going to use our heat press. We have our protective cover on the bottom. We turn our mouse pad upside down, just like so. Oh, you know what, guys? I need to tighten my print, I believe. Yes, it is a bit loose because it is a bit larger than the mouse pad. So I am just going to take a second and I'm going to untape it, lay it down here, make sure that it is good, and then retape. You don't want it bubbling up, okay? You want it nice and flat. And there we go. Okay. Now, that is part of our sandwich. Do not forget your protective cover because the sublimation ink can bleed through. So once again, I am pressing at 385 for 50 seconds, and it's a light to medium pressure. I don't have to decide that. My press knows. So here we go. Now I tend to move aside and the fumes can not be in my face, so to speak. I hope you guys are having a great day. I hope that this is a project that you will go ahead and at least try, right? It doesn't hurt us to try new things. You don't have to have a press like this. You could use your easy press or any other press like that with some pressure. Um, you know, use your hands to create some pressure and just go for it. Mouse pads on Amazon are not overly expensive. You could get a kit like I did. It's got mouse pads and garden flags and the cup holders for in your vehicle, things like that, or coasters, sorry. Now we're done. And so I have put on my glove again. And I'm going to take this off and set it aside. And I'm going to lift this off. Now, I knew it was done. So I'm going to bring you back. Oof, the smell can be a little distracting. Going to bring you back over here. And I'm going to lift it up. You can see the picture through. That would have bled onto our heat source. But there we go, guys. So this print turned into this, and we're going to let it cool. Okay? So that was not that hard to do. So let's review what we did, okay? We used a Epson 2760 Eco Tank with the Hippo Sublimation ink, a sublimation paper, a mouse pad that started like this one that has a sublimation, what word am I trying to think? Coating on it. We used a heat press. It does not have to be a big heat press like mine. It can be the hand ones, the easy. I keep saying easy press, but there's many, many, many of that style on the market. It could be them. I am going to contact Angie or go into her film, her post on YouTube, and just ask her if an iron would work. I do not believe that it will. Number one, you wouldn't cover the whole mouse pad at once. Number two, I don't believe that a home iron would get hot enough, at least in this circumstance. It has to be at least 380 degrees, and that's a lot for a home iron. So then we let our sublimation print dry. We dried our mouse pad in our heat press for 50 seconds at 385. We did it a second time because there was still a lot of steam coming out and it was still a bit damp. We did it a second time at 385, but we did 25 seconds, which worked. There was still some steam, but it didn't feel damp. That's the difference. And so then what we did was we let it cool and we placed it upside down to cool both top and bottom. Then we put our print on, taped it well, had our protective cover both on top and bottom, and pressed at 385 for 50 seconds. And you can see the results there. I love it. You could use a family photo if you're good at that stuff. This particular design came off of Creative Fabrica. I simply looked under mouse pads. I hope this inspires you guys to try something new, to stretch your creative wings. That is it for today, and I will see you again soon. Bye.